This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
All right, guys, it's time to get in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. This Freakin Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am the faction slayer and half of pizza and beer, Nubby, the amazing turtle.
One half of pizza and beer. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you're going to find out when we cover RPW towards the back end of this show. We're going to open up with match cards and everything. We're going to talk about all that stuff because if we're going to do results, I might as well do results in a cluster. So we'll start doing match cards at the beginning of the show. A lot to unpack as far as what happened, not only with RPW Wrestling, but also with the L.I.M. I did have to catch their vlog, and there was some interesting, what would be the good word? Something happened in the vlog. I guess will maybe shock some people. Before we dive into wrestling, a little side note, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, I don't usually promote my other podcasts here on JFW, but if you are a listener of This Freakin Show, you already know that we had the fourth Mother Box over there this past weekend. If you haven't, for those of you who know what we talk about here with 4MB, I had them on my other show, This Freakin Show, this past weekend. Go check that out. It's kind of more of the non-wrestling based shit. We actually got along. We actually got together. And surprisingly, Kyle spoke a lot more often.
He actually sounded intelligent, just a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was like, I knew in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to try to get Kyle to talk as much as possible. And I do believe collectively, what he said on my show is probably more than he was able to say on like the fourth Mother Box for quite some time. As I mentioned, he is the Andy Richter of the show, which is nothing wrong with it. It's just what it is. There's people have their positions. So, one thing I wish we were able to talk a little bit more about was the whole rebranding of 4MB into what they're progressing into in the future. We didn't get a chance to do that, but like I mentioned on This Freakin Show, I'm definitely going to have them back so we can learn more about them because the band stories, the backyard wrestling stories, Tom's infatuation with Disney, Kyle's infatuation with other people's problems. There's more to them than just what they talk about on Force Mother Box, which is MeTOMicA and Marvel DC. And that's what I kind of want to learn more about, especially being part of Freaknet Studios, to learn more about people. I did that with you over there when you were on. I did it with Pax when he was on and everything. Maybe one day I'll do that with Steve. For now, Fourth Mother Box, it was a pretty good time. It was awesome. Go check it out. This Freakin Show, wherever you pick up your podcast. So. You can find me throwing Nubby under the bus, blaming him for all the problems, which is fine because I'm not wrong.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong, but you're not telling the whole, it's not the whole story. Not the whole story.
No. Just I still don't know what the Frosty thing is, but that's fine.
There's so many dynamics with that Frosty.
So many sides.
But the other stories, there's truth. There's others like add-ons they didn't talk about, but maybe someday we'll take a deep dive into that.
Yeah. Well, when Fourth Mother Box comes back on This Freakin Show, you could be there along with them to kind of help fill in the blanks that they may or may not miss. But they are cool dudes, regardless of the fact that they do, pick on Nubsters here for things that he did, 20 years ago they can't let go of, or with me with this grand illusion that I sound like a Pixar character or whatever. It's, we can kumbaya when we want, especially when Tom isn't, saying shitty things about me that aren't true. So, okay, let's talk about match cards. Because there's so much I wanted to segue into shitty people saying shitty things about me, but that's more of a RPW conversation. And I want to collectively do all that. L.I.M, all that shit. Side note, kudos for Gabagool claiming not to be Top Fan 2.0, but then proving he's Top Fan 2.0. I can't wait to talk about that. But I'll talk about match cards because you mentioned to me that even though we added a bunch of companies to JFW for 2025, they keep coming up to me saying like, "Yeah, I want to add one more."
Well, so, this one was actually in my mind a few months ago. When you don't talk about it like you should have been, it kind of goes away. But the more and more I seen it advertised, I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. Yes. We have to. So.
Yeah. So let's start out. I think we've mentioned it like quote unquote in passing on shows before, but we never actually match card ran through an actual event. So I guess the company is called Black Wrestlers Matter.
Yep.
That was called? Okay. Runs out of, is it Chicago?
I think they go all over the Midwest, but they have been in Chicago mostly.
Okay, cool. Just a side note for me, anything north of 80, Chicago. So, yes, but I also live in Corn. So, I mean, yeah, that was one. Matson, Chicago Heights, Frankfurt, all of it's Chicago or suburbs of Chicago. So, Black Wrestlers Matter, new company we're adding to the list of companies we talk about here on JFW, and Nubby's bringing us the match card for that. So let's start there.
I think I shall. I'm gonna do that right now.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess another thing if you guys mentioned, or not mentioned, but if you guys have seen, Pacman once again not here. For those of you who did not see the unnecessary, press release that was put out there on Facebook, Pacman stepping away. So that's a thing.
He'll be helping us out on the outside, but as for now, he will not be joining us on the podcast. Yeah. But we'll keep his spirit alive because I'm sure we'll have to say something about him at some point.
Yeah, you would think so, but after the vlog may prove different. It almost seems like Pax may be on the outs of everything. But we're gonna dive into that. I think this kind of breeds new opportunity that maybe we kind of look at getting like special guest co-hosts every once in a while, like maybe getting somebody on from RPW Wrestling when we talk about RPW, or maybe a WrestleLeague guy when we talk about WrestleLeague, or maybe somebody from ARW when we talk about ARW.
Actually, there is somebody that is interested. I actually talked to this person.
Like a full-time host or a guest host here on JFW?
A guest host here and there. Okay. But Michael
is it Skylar Reed? Okay, I was gonna say if it's Skylar Reed's like, nah, sorry, dude. I was gonna have you on, but Pax left, and Michael Allen wants to be on the show.
He wants to be on the show.
I'll have him on the show. I mean, that's the voice of IPW and now RPW Wrestling, 100%. I'm sure he works other places, but yeah, like I said, like maybe that's something we kind of incorporated. Maybe getting like some guest spot host, on days where we have certain shows. Like I said, we could reach out and say, hey, Power Entertainment, we're gonna talk about Power on tonight's show. Maybe we'll get Headford on here. Right? I'm just saying, like, hey, listen, good guy, bad guy, cool guy, dipshit. Maybe we'll get the moron on here. When we talk about RPW Wrestling, and I know you're thinking, well, which one are you talking about? Well, I can say Shelly, but it doesn't really narrow it down. But there's ample opportunities for other people, for you wrestlers out there. If you want to be on JFW and talk about your home promotion, reach out to me, reach out to Nubby, reach out to JFW and say, hey, listen, I'd love to come on and talk about an upcoming match card for the company that I wrestle for. We'll open it up. We have our own opinions, but we're not, we're never going to turn a wrestler away, regard. I mean, the guy who punched Nubby in the head with a chain from a pizza box at IPW. If you want to come on the show and talk about an upcoming card with us, I'll do it. I'm an attention whore. I don't know. I want the views. So maybe down the road. Like I said, if you're out there, if you're a fan of JFW, you want to come on, workhorses, huh? Come on the show, right? Come talk to us about ARW. Come talk to us about IPW. My best friend, longest reigning SCW champion, 3-time SCW champion. You want to come on and talk about what, Brew City Wrestling, or other promotions you wrestle at other than RPW Wrestling or SCW and stuff? Come on, buddy. I'll have you on. 100%. Angel, come talk to me. 100%. We could talk about Nubby together. Mostly just Angel, just if you want to come on. So,
yeah. I guess we can allow that. Sure.
Sierra, if you ever know who we are, if you ever figure out who we are, come talk to us about your situation of a Frontline Pro the next time we talk about Frontline Pro. Ben McCoy, you're not invited. So, okay. Black Wrestlers Matter, new promotion we're talking about. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Now, this is just a new promotion that we are talking about, not necessarily a new promotion on the show.
Yeah,
they've been around a while.
For JFW. Yeah.
And it's
Thank
called.
You for clarifying that. That's on me.
Well, because some people I know don't get it or don't listen to you right away. So I need to reiterate some things.
No, and that's not because when I just say shit, it just comes out and been said. You clarify. You're like the Joey over here, and I appreciate that.
Okay. Oh, that's a good compliment because Joey's awesome.
Yeah, except for he's a redhead, and that's more Tom-like.
Yeah. And gingers have no soul.
Facts.
All right. So we have Black Wrestlers Matter. Don't call it a comeback. So we will not call it a comeback. They're just coming back. But it's not a comeback.
Is that an NWA thing? Not the company, the group. Did they have a song? For some reason, I remember Ice Cube saying like, "Don't call it a comeback." I'll look it up. You gotta keep doing what you're doing. I'm speaking loud.
Well, I do remember when we had the pandemic and then things closed down and then things started opening up again, and a lot of companies started saying, "Don't call it a comeback," or "Don't, this isn't a comeback. We didn't go away, whatever, blah blah blah." So that they're calling it not a comeback, just they're back.
I looked it up.
They didn't go away.
I looked it up, and what it is, it's I guess it's from Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J.
Yeah.
I was way off. Lady loves Cool James. I'm just saying.
True that. All right, so the show takes place this Saturday, February the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. It will be at the Berwyn Eagles Club, 6309 26th Street in Berwyn, Illinois. Doors open at 6:45 p.m. Bell time is 7 p.m. Tickets. The info for the tickets are via Facebook page or blackwrestlersmatter.bigcartel.com.
Yeah, I'm actually on that site right now. So front row is currently sold out, but general admission is still available for $20. Kids 12 and under are free.
Cool.
Yeah, see, teamwork.
See,
I helped. Yeah. Right?
All
It'll
right.
look like I'm not paying attention, but really I'm searching shit.
Hey, it's what we do over here at JFW.
We're not at the level where we have interns doing our searching and shit for us, so we're kind of doing it ourselves.
Yeah, we don't have somebody coming over here with a piece of paper. Oh, and just in.
God, I wish.
I know.
If only my dog would help out.
Yeah.
But yeah, general admission is still available at what the website said, blackwrestlersmatter.bigcartel.com.
Yeah. All right. Now that I fixed that. Where am I? Okay, so Shaq Jordan will be taking on Marcelo Spade in a triple threat match. It will be Alvin Falcone versus Matt Diesel versus Kenny Alfonso. And Suj D will be taking on Myron Reed in a 2 out of 3 falls match. In another triple threat, we have some ladies gonna throw down, as it'll be Alexis Littlefoot taking on Joseline Navarro and Brittany Kay. Then we have Alex Kane taking on Isaiah Bronner in a huge scramble match. We have Alvin Gray, who's making his return to the Chicagoland area, taking on the Ewok, QC Wayne, Darius Luttrell, Aaron Stone, and Javier. I assume Javier has a last name, but I could not find it anywhere. But you know what? We'll just stick with that. Last names are overrated.
Yeah. That's why we don't call you Nubby Jones.
No, just call me Nubby.
Just Nubby.
And you can't call me Jones because, well, there's too many Joneses. You don't know which one you're talking about.
That's right. Exactly. Am I talking about Martine? Am I talking about Chuck? Whatever Brett Michaels Jones was, I'm not quite sure, but
well, he just went straight to Brett Michaels. Brett with 2 T's, Michaels.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never got the Jones. I'd probably be like Fat Jones or some goofy shit.
Yeah, he probably would have been Nolan Jones.
Yeah,
just
probably
because
Cousin Jones or some
Cousin
shit.
Jones.
Yeah.
Well, we had Cousin Eddie.
Ah, yeah. Was it Fat Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Cousin Eddie.
What's going on with Northern Lights?
Eddie's too busy doing stuff, so I don't think he'll be bringing it back.
I hope he does. But anyways, yeah. I could have been Cousin Jones. Nolan Jones would have been cool. Even though my last name's not Nolan, but yeah.
Hey, it all works out.
It would happen. Yeah, I probably would end up being like Travis Nolan or something. That's the story that would have been told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of things, we have Matt Cage taking on Prince O'Shea. Team Double Stuffed will be taking on the Invoked. And Shogun Chris Logan will be taking on Paragon. That match I would love to see anywhere in person. That match is going to be hard hitting.
Oh, 100%.
I've been hit by both of them, and they hurt.
Shogun doesn't mess around, man.
Nah, neither does Paragon. He is the most dangerous game for a reason.
I think the only time I ever saw him was at IPW. I think I saw that. I think he had the one match I saw was at IPW.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't against me, obviously. You weren't there for that.
I wasn't there for that one. No.
On commentary, we will have Drake Dixon and Freaknet Studios' own C-Red.
Nice. Love C-Red. Good for him.
And that is the card for Black Wrestlers Matter. Don't call it a comeback. Taking place this Saturday. Saturday of the day. February the 15th. Berwyn Eagles Club, 6309 26th Street in Berwyn, Illinois. Doors open at 6:45 p.m. Bell time 7 p.m. Tickets via Facebook page or blackwrestlersmatter.bigcartel.com. Yeah.
Nice. And Black Wrestlers Matter. Welcome to JFW's.
They loved our post or your post.
Our post. It's our post. Yeah. When it's JFW, it's our post. Yeah. I don't want to take credit for our collective shit here, brother. Our post.
You know me. when someone physically does it, I kind of give them the credit, but I'll take the credit too.
Hell yeah, yeah. No, collectively, we're doing this together. Hell yeah. Not only that, Backbreaker Wrestling is this weekend as well. If you want to kind of, I mean, I guess I could run through it. I mean,
I got it. I got it in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
I was just making sure that there's nothing else while we're going to talk about it, but nothing has been updated, so I can go with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just looked at a video. You know how you look at the beginning of a video, it's like still.
Yeah.
It looked like James Creed was crying to Nick Diamond about something.
That makes sense. I believe that. Yeah,
but I don't think we need to talk about that right now. It is on ARW's page, but we can get to that later. All right, so Backbreaker Wrestling proudly presents Double Down at the Hildebrand Hall this Saturday, February the 15th, 525 North Lafayette Street in Griffith, Indiana. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and bell time is 6 p.m. Pre-sale tickets are $10, $12 at the door. Kids 9 and under and seniors, you're only $8. For those advanced tickets, check out Backbreaker Wrestling on Facebook.
It also looks like tickets are available at Hammond Muffler in Hammond, Indiana, and Creative Comics in Griffith, Indiana.
That is true.
Hell yeah. See, I'm helping.
Cool. Thanks for the help.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, dude. Cool. Cool story, bro. Yeah.
Cool story.
I'm just over here fuck myself. Whatever, bud.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. It happens.
God, true.
All right. Only a few matches have been announced. We got the Brass Knuckles Championship as Chip Walker, the champion, takes on Dave Allen. Then we have Tully Borderelli taking on Billy the Kid. And then for the Legacy Championship, we have Jake Roan, the champion, taking on Luis Rojas.
The wrestling machine with the longest win streak in Backbreaker history is Luis Rojas. He returns to challenge Jake Roan. Nice.
And that is the card so far. Stay tuned to Backbreaker Wrestling on Facebook for more information for their upcoming show this Saturday, February the 15th, as they present Double Down at the Hildebrand Hall, 525 North Lafayette Street in Griffith, Indiana. Doors open 5:30 p.m. Bell time 6 p.m. Resale tickets $10, otherwise $12 at the door. $8 for kids 9 and under and the seniors. All right.
Nice. Maybe I'll go to Backbreaker this weekend.
Who knows? You never know where you may see Travis T.
I know. I know there's some rough weather coming through the Midwest. I think starting Wednesday, so we'll have to see. But yeah, maybe Griffith ain't that far away, and who knows? Okay. Anyways, okay. So we had 5 shows this past weekend?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. So I know a lot of them we don't have results from, but we kind of do some honorable mention stuff. We do want to apologize on behalf of our failed mention of WrestleLeague from last week, purely because we just weren't told and we did not see the postings for it. So, WrestleLeague, we do apologize, but in the future, send us shit. We'll talk about them. So, but you said you had some information from there?
Yes, I do. We have new tag team champions as Rozzy and Desafio of the Caribbean Cartel became the new tag team champions. And then this other thing that took place. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe I am actually acknowledging it, but I feel like it needs to be talked about.
Okay.
I don't even think I that kind of an acknowledgement.
Oh, not even that kind. Okay, well.
No. This is more the acknowledgement I give it.
Ew.
Actually, you know what? Double, please, because.
So I guess. Oh, let me guess. Has to do something with the guy who changes his name every 6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Russell all time or whatever.
Russell all time. Russell TD. I believe he's J.R. Lindsay in this situation. He replaced Maya Caress against Lulu Lorena for the women's championship. And unfortunately, I have to announce that J.R. Lindsay is the new women's champion.
Okay.
And now this motherfucker is going around calling himself the queen and saying he's already the greatest women's champion in WrestleLeague. And says that at the next show, he is not taking on anybody as nobody is worthy of the championship.
Hey, wrestling brother. His fucking wrestling brother.
J.R. Lindsay, of all people. You know, I'm not against it. I'm not totally against, a man getting the women's title. It is what it is when it comes to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's J.R. Lindsay, the most disrespectful motherfucker in the Midwest right now. He actually tops Donovan Marcellus right now when it comes to disrespect. He's disrespecting the women's division.
I'm gonna tell you right now when I can never pronounce her name right, but it was like Mia. Who'd he replace?
Maya Caress.
Maya Caress. When she returns, I don't think he's gonna be champion much longer.
No, I mean if she was willing to go toe to toe with Steve Michaels with no problem, with a smile, what makes you think fucking J.R. Lindsay has any chance against her?
Exactly. Couple things that were announced. So WrestleLeague's very own Hobo Bugs will be making his NWA debut on March 7th at Roll to Gold. And I do believe the next WrestleLeague show was announced as their anniversary show on March 29th in Homewood, at the Homewood Auditorium. So we know when the next show is. It's on our calendar, and we'll make sure not to miss it like we did this one. But hey, congratulations to the new champions, the tag champs, and the women's champ. All three of you men did great. So we'll see what happens.
I can't believe what the fuck? That big-headed motherfucker. Really?
Well, so as I can tell right now, so anniversary 13, March 29th, every championship will be on the line. So we don't know who JR is going to be facing that night. But knowing him in the ring, he's not going to hold that title much longer. It just won't happen.
So. According to him, it's nobody because no one's worthy of the championship. According to him.
Unless his 48 hours as champion gave him that kind of pull, I don't know any company that's not going to give him that. They're not going to give him the time off, especially on the anniversary 13. No.
It ain't going to be so lucky 13 for him, especially if it's Maya that comes after him. That disrespectful son of a bitch.
Easy, Steve. God.
I'm allowed to say that.
Lindsay, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
you bastard.
Speaking of that, I got a story to tell you off air.
Oh, beautiful. Brew City Wrestling was this past Saturday as well. There were no results or anything posted online. We didn't receive anything, but they did happen. We'll kind of keep track of the next show. Anyone from Brew City Wrestling who's listening, reach out to us at JFW on Facebook, or reach out to me or Nubby. So if you share that post show information with us, we'll make sure to mention it on this podcast. Same thing with Emerge, right? We really don't have anything from Emerge.
Just one little thing. As I mentioned last week, the title, the Heavyweight Championship, was put on vacant due to stuff and things that took place. So the new champion just happens to be Ashton Adonis, who walked away with the championship and with the help of his financial advisor, Mortimer Blankenship. And apparently they ran out of that building super quick. They just couldn't wait to run away.
Just couldn't wait to just run away, huh?
Yeah, probably some shenanigans took place, and from what I understand, it was a four-way match that took place, and Paragon, I believe, was involved, and he wasn't too happy. I mean, I wouldn't be happy either. I mean, he just lost the title, and he had a chance to get it back, and this guy, with his shenanigans, took the title.
Okay.
And that's all I got with Emerge.
Okay. Let me run through Dreamwave stuff. I want to make sure I get everything. It looks like not only we got some results from this past weekend, but a lot of big announcements are coming forward with Dreamwave. So, the winner of the new Dreamwave Tag Team Champions are the new guys via split decision by judges' scorecard. So, congratulations to the new guys. Masha Slamovich defeated Sierra. We got world-class Channing Thomas defeating Sean Logan after a hell of a fight. Sydney Backenbella says that there's no competition in Dreamwave, so JC Castilli out and made a Channing Thomas versus Nick Nemeth match at the upcoming Dreamwave 10 or Dreamwave X, A Decade of Dreams and Night of Destiny for April 12th. We have Rebecca J. Scott retaining her Uprising Alternative Championship. We have Marcus Mathers retaining his Dreamwave Alternative Championship. Maggie Lee is still your Dreamwave Women's Champion. And I don't have a result on the dog collar match, unfortunately. So I can't give you any information on that one.
Connor Hopkins is still your champion.
You know, and that makes a lot of sense because it looks like it's been made official for Dreamwave X on April 12th. In the final conflict, Christian Rhodes challenges Connor Hopkins for the Dreamwave Championship, where the betrayal began in a steel cage. So, it looks like Christian Rhodes is going to get one more go at it on April 12th. Let's see here. So, just a reminder, tickets for Uprising 5th on April 11th and Dreamwave X on April 12th. They went on sale, and let me see if I can see if tickets are still available right now. Uprising VIP front row are sold out. It looks like Uprising second row is still available. Uprising General Mission still available. Uprising Kids 10 and Under still available. It looks like all tickets are officially sold out for Dreamwave X. Nick Nemeth autograph photo combos, Nick Nemeth autograph, and Nick Nemeth photo ops are all still available right now. So, Dreamwave X completely sold out, but there's still second row, general admission, and 10 and under tickets available for Uprising 5. That's April 11th, the Friday before. Still available right now. Just go to the website that is linked on the Dreamwave Facebook. One last thing to announce for Dreamwave came out 3 hours ago as of the recording of the show. So looking at 4 this afternoon. Dreamwave Wrestling announces the opening of Dreamwave Wrestling Academy and pre-registration for inaugural classes. So if you're in the Peru, Illinois area, the Dreamwave Wrestling Academy is pleased to announce the opening of its training facility this July. Pre-registration is now open for the inaugural class that's designed to cultivate the next generation of personal wrestling talent. The Academy welcomes male and female wrestler students 18 and over, from beginner to experienced professionals seeking to hone their skills. The comprehensive curriculum encompasses rigorous in-ring training, access to a world-class fitness center with certified personal trainers, essential business acumen, including marketing, self-promotion, and social media strategy. Students will also benefit from unparalleled networking opportunities within the professional wrestling industry. Details regarding the esteemed training facility will be released shortly, but pre-registration is now available. The inaugural session is limited to just 15 students to ensure personalized instruction. If you're interested, you're encouraged to email Dreamwave at dreamwavewrestling@gmail.com. So, there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. ARW happened this past Saturday as well. I know you mentioned an image of Creed and Diamond. I'm assuming something had to have happened between them this past week. Let's talk about that.
Well, we'll see. Because I don't think I have anything that happened between them during the show. That what I saw was a backstage thing. But we could maybe play
listen,
that.
If it happened backstage at the show, that's still at the show.
True that.
Listen, man, I'll find any way to make myself sound right. You know this by now.
Yeah, we know how you. We know how you are.
You know me.
You are who you are. You do what you do.
Exactly. You get it.
I get things. Yeah. It looked like he was watching the match or something. Yeah. Whatever. Always Creed crying about something.
Well, it's probably because he wasn't in a title match again.
Right. But he will be.
Oh,
So we had the debut edition of Slate Night kicking off the show with the guest Greg Glover. However, undeniable Nick Diamond interrupted the segment to let Greg Glover know that per Eric Schultz, the spear is banned from the upcoming matchup.
Oh, okay. I saw the video that Schultz did. Okay, that's what they got banned. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that happened, and then I guess they went away, and following this, Nick Cutler came out and saying that he is back to prove to himself that he still has what it takes to be a champion, which this led to a verbal and physical exchange with Isaac Slate. Which, if you want to see that segment, check out ARW on YouTube, which that and also the next match that I'm going to talk about is available for your viewing.
And the next match I'm going to talk about right now.
Right now, I'm going to tell you that if you want to go to YouTube and see ARW, you're going to see this match that I'm going to tell you. It is Lunatic defeating Drew Bronson. Now, if you want to see how he defeated him, go to their YouTube page and find out. We had a triple threat match, and it was Ivan Manson defeating Danger Mask and Donovan Marcellus. So he advances to March to face a winner of the next triple threat match for number one contendership for the Indiana State Championship. So half of our predictions so far happened. We did say Ivan Manson, or it was something we wanted. The family defeated Pestilence to retain their tag team titles. Now we have an unfortunate thing. Jay City of the family announced his in-ring retirement.
Kind of impromptu there, huh?
Yeah. But he's still going to remain part of the family.
no disrespect to him, but what's good is if he, well, that's like Ivan did retire for a year, so.
Yeah. I mean, he can take someone else's place and be like the muscle or something, be in their corner.
I guess that just means they got a spot they need to fill there, Nubby.
Yeah. And I do have a shirt up in the closet back there that I could bring out. But hey, they don't
You know
book
what?
me over there.
Just show up. Just show up in one of their entrances one day. Screw it. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, true. I can just walk in there, go like this, and then walk away. It's fine.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brendan Balling defeated Quinn Whittick via disqualification as Quinn used an object to Brendan's head. So he's really showing his AFA true colors now. That's what the AFA does.
Always fucking around.
Always fucking anal.
That too.
Josh Moon retained his Indiana State title as he defeated Eric Schultz. Now we have the other triple threat match to determine who faces Ivan Manson for number one contendership for the Indiana State title in March. Can't believe I gotta announce this too.
Creed?
James Creed.
Yeah.
He defeated Georgie Mash and Jay Thunder, and he will face Ivan Manson in March.
Yeah. Yeah, that's accurate. You know, that's yeah.
It's accurate. I wanted Jay Thunder. I think that match would have been awesome.
Thunder versus Ivan, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
But I guess we'll settle for Creed. Because, you know, Creed's got to be in a title picture somehow, some way.
Bro, I've been around SCW since 2017. I've had to settle for Creed for nearly 3/4 of a decade.
The Golden Boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then we had the main event. And with the completely failed cash-in attempt by Isaac Slate, who was the golden ticket holder, Greg Glover retains the heavyweight title over Nick Diamond. Now, in a sign of respect, Nick Diamond shook Glover's hand.
I mean, that's commendable.
I mean, I've never seen Nick Diamond have any kind of respect or sportsmanship with anybody unless they were in his group. But hey, good job.
Yeah. Proud of him.
But if you want to see how that match took place, go to ARW's YouTube page. And the next show will be March 8th, Rapid Fire. Stay tuned for that match card.
Perfect. All right. RPW, brother. A lot of shit happened, not only at the show, but a lot of LIM shit. I guess not a lot of LIM shit, but key LIM shit happened. Some you're going to have to explain to me. But I don't know. What do you want? You want to start with the LIM shit? Or you want to start with the RPW shit?
Well, I think if we start with the RPW shit, we may have to go into the LIM shit. I think the RPW shit took place before the LIM shit.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell you what. How about we do this? Because I think this may be the best way to do it. Let's start with the RPW shit. Start with the results. Talk about what happened at the show. When we get to the mystery tag team match, we can sidetrack to the LIM shit.
I had a feeling that's the route we were going to go.
It's probably going to be the best way of doing it. Yeah, because I don't know who's kumbayaing and all this shit, but it's a goofy headache. And I guess we'll figure shit out. But yeah, let's start with RPW Wrestling this past Saturday. What the fuck? What the hell was it? Cupid's Carnage.
Yeah.
There we go. Not
See?
not chaos. Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah. And
It
you
only
don't
took
have
3
the cheat
years.
sheet. And you don't
Yeah,
have
no.
the cheat sheet in front of you anymore.
Yeah. It only took fucking 3 years. So yeah.
Thanks, Pacman.
Yeah. First of all,
You're the cheat sheet.
let me start out with why was Gabagool on commentary?
So last minute, Blackburn had to pull out. He had another obligation. It was like literally, I think the night before they found out. So they just made a fast decision and got Gabagool in there.
Okay, cool. So and I'm going to assume the reason I wasn't called to replace him was because fucking Nuke is a little bit petty that I mocked him for his math skills when it comes to baseball batting averages because I was available. I was at home. I mean, my fee would have gone up because of the last minute, but I mean, hey, I get it. That's fine. If Nuke feels that Gabagool does a better job than me at commentary, you know what? Live your best life. Way to have a collective of, I'm guessing it was Shelly, C-Red, Steve, and Gabagool.
Yep.
Cool. So a collective of a bunch of happy-go-lucky, we love the world motherfuckers together, where there's no, impartial biasness. No disrespect to C-Red. I get that you are the one that has the key, well, let's devil advocate things. But when you have 4 happy-go-lucky people just saying like we love everything all the same, cool. But whatever, that's fine. That's fine. Give Gabagool his fucking his time, waving his stupid little fucking flags. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Anyways, okay. So the show happened. Where are we at?
All right, so the show happened, and we had the IPW pre-show showcase Second City Championship. Now, I must say that for commentary on this one, we had obviously Pacman, but we also had Kidlat.
Okay.
Yeah, bit of a change due to stuff and things. So, Kidlat joined Pacman for this matchup. I can't wait to hear that one. Um, So we get into the main show. We had Sam Knight defeating Skylar Reed and Rozzy to become the number 1 contender for the Outer Limits Championship. Now we had
Now,
Devin Og. Oh, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, like, I think according to the vlog, uh, Jaeger kind of helped prevent some kind of shenanigans, right? Am I thinking of the right
Um,
match? Pulling
it's the right
chair?
match. You're just missing one. They forgot to throw in. Devin August came out first to distract Reed, but then as Rozzy was about to use the chair on Sam Knight, JVJ came out and stopped that from happening. Or did JVJ have the chair first? Oh, so he had the chair, was gonna make it look like was gonna hit Rozzy, but he didn't, and that allowed Sam Knight to spear Rozzy for the 1-2-3.
Okay, yeah, because I mean I'm going based on solely just what the vlog showed. What the vlog showed was Jaeger pulling the chair out of the hands of the person who
Oh,
had it. So I just remember seeing that part. So
okay. And one of those things happened. Either way, in the end, JVJ had the chair and wanted to hit Rozzy, but it didn't happen.
which good on him. Allow Knight to get that clean victory for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no cheating. He just prevented cheating, if you will. I don't know why Devin August had to stick his nose in there, but whatever. Wolverine does what he does. Um, DeSafio retained the Intercounty title as he defeated Disco Ray and Corey McHenry. I believe J-Beck tried to get involved, but if I'm right, he got tossed out.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I don't know. He put some posts out there on Facebook saying, "I know what I must do now." I'm not quite sure what that meant, but I guess being kicked out is the one thing he's good at. But
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to why he's posting cryptic
gotcha.
stuff now. Yeah.
I take it has nothing to do with the corn dogs.
No, I think he got over that.
Oh, okay.
I think he might be upset about something else, which I will mention when we get to it.
Girl Scout cookies ran out.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We will. So the next match we had the Bags of Tricks match, which featured Grin versus Chris Logan. Ringmaster came out and introduced the Grinions.
Who?
The Grinions.
Okay, so like minions, but okay.
Yeah.
I follow now. Cute.
Yeah. If when I'm reading this though, at a glance, it almost looks like green onions. But hey.
Green onion. God, can you imagine you threw a shit ton of shallots at fucking yep, there we go.
I mean, it makes sense because Grin's face is green, so.
I get it, right? He makes people cry. I get it.
Mm-hmm. The Grinions had the Bags of Tricks, and there was literally Tricks cereal involved.
God, I thought those were only for kids.
Yeah, apparently, if they're for Grin too.
Are the Grinions children?
I don't know. They were covered,
Masked up and shit. Gotcha.
masked up in Grin masks. So who knows? They could have been children's.
Can you imagine if like they went so far out of their way to make it legit? They just had green minions come out.
That would be funny.
Like legit minions costumes, but like they're green and then like they have like the fucked up smile on them. Oh, the commitment. God, that's some super wrestler shit. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Grin actually he came out to an old theme song, his LWF theme song. I marked out. It brought me back. It was the Disturbed song. It was good. It was great, actually.
I wonder why he did that.
Nostalgic probably. I don't know, but
Yeah,
it
but
brought
why?
me back.
But why this specific? Specific. Why this time? Like compared to any other time, or it's like it's not like a main event thing. It's not there's not like a drawn out history per se with Shogun. So it's like what makes it unique? Like maybe going forward, I guess I get it, but what made it now?
I couldn't tell you why now. I mean, it didn't. For when it comes to Shogun, it may not make sense because it they had their stuff in Blitz, and I remember him not using that song there.
Yeah.
I mean, Blitz, Joliet, all the same. But I think he was just bringing back like stuff that he used to do, and that song, always stuck with me. So,
Okay, I got you.
but in the end, Grin did win, and then when Grin wasn't done with him, he wanted to beat him up some more, but he was saved by Marche. So something may happen because of that. When we thought Shogun was gonna maybe announce his retirement or something, because he did get on a mic, he got emotional, was talking about he's been losing matches and he's lost his passion, but despite all that, he's not going to quit. He's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
But I mean, all these losses, yeah, it probably weighed on his mind, and he probably thought about leaving, but he decided not to.
Yeah, I get it, man. It definitely, it's definitely a burden now. I mean, keep in mind, like, he just went into a match he lost against a guy whose partners took their tag titles. I mean, a while back, but not too long ago. Where you forget it. So
Mm-hmm.
I can see that weighing on him. Marche's obviously off doing Marche shit. It's like, yeah, I can get it, but there's no reason to sit there and call it, hang it up. Like, no, you got work you gotta do, bro. We just talked about with Rion. That locker room needs a fucking leader. Shogun could be one of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens going forward. See if Shogun will be back and maybe takes his time between shows and figure it out. All right. Here we go, Travis. We got Maximus Orion and Ryan Matthews. They took on a mystery team. Now, Maximus and Ryan, they came out with the L.I.M titles that Maximus stole at Hollywood Boulevard.
Hollywood what?
Hollywood Boulevard.
Perfect.
I said it.
You did twice.
Twice.
Boulevard.
Boulevard. Whatever. There's a V in there.
Boulevard.
Bubbleard. Whatever. Bubbleard.
Silent B. Boulevard.
I said it with a V. It just sounds like a B.
Did you?
Yeah.
You just your B's and V's sound the same?
Sometimes. Depends on the word, I guess.
That's right. You know what? To anyone who has a problem with that, he brings really big, huge value to this show. So he's up.
I'm a valuable the kind of guy. See, I can't even do it. I can't do it on purpose. I can't do it on purpose.
Love you.
Love me.
I love you. God, I don't want to pound your vagina.
I could use some bubble gum right now, right?
Right.
Bubble gum.
It's the small victories that really get you.
Anyway, so
yeah,
there we go. Yeah. Now the mystery tag team.
Yeah, who are they bursting against?
They were bursting against a team called Pizza and Beer.
There we go. And if you guys listen to the beginning of this show, you know what that means. That means Nubby returned.
I did.
Nubby showed up, not alone.
I showed up, not alone, as I teamed up with Sean Danger.
Now, before we get into the results of that match, I do want to ask a couple questions here.
I'm ready.
Because we did talk about it last week. I did ask Rion the question on why Nuke hasn't reached out to you yet. As of Monday, you had no answer for that. Because Rion took that question and asked it to you. So when was this decided? When was the suspension or injury list lifted? When did you find out you were in action Saturday?
All right, if we're gonna now keep in mind,
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you tell me before Monday, I'm gonna punch you through this fucking computer.
Well, you can't. Here's the thing: you can't say that I lied.
Choke you.
Because I never lied about anything.
Fucking choke you up.
But I've known that I was going to be in the match before Monday. But I also did say that my suspension would be lifted by the time we get to Shamrock Showdown. So there's no lie there. No lies detected. And truth be told,
yeah,
despite knowing that this match was happening, I was still suspended on Monday. My suspension was not officially lifted until I walked into that building on Saturday.
Gotcha. And when did you find out Sean Danger was your partner for this matchup?
The moment I was told about the matchup.
And when were you told about it?
It was before Monday.
Okay.
It was after Resolution.
So what happened was I sat here asking Rion hypothetical questions on why you weren't reinstated, and you had an answer for it. And I can understand why you didn't want to answer it. And I think it has a lot to do with the gabagool shit on the vlog, but all that stuff too. So I can respect it. I mean, you could have fucking told me off here. You could have said, "Hey, brother." I mean, I would have no-sold that shit.
Well, I could have, but when there's a plan in going on, you have to kind of keep it
Yeah, I can respect.
under wraps.
I can respect that. So, what happened in that matchup then?
So in the
Because there's
match,
more, but I want to get after the match. We're gonna dive into that vlog. But what happened in the match?
well, in the match, plain and simple, I guess. We won. We beat Maximus O'Ryan and Ryan Matthews. I guess I can say with the help of J-Back.
Yeah,
It
what was
wasn't
it?
it was an intentional help,
Winds
but
beneath my wings. Is that what he was out there singing?
he was singing it. Yeah, I thought, yeah, okay, so maybe he was trying to, find ways to prove himself to undeniable. So he thought singing to them in the middle of a match was going to help. I mean, is J-Back, he thinks he knows what's happening is right. I don't know. It's hard to get in that guy's head. Don't want to get in that guy's head, honestly. So Ryan had Sean Danger up, and they were gonna do some kind of move, even after Maximus chokeslammed him. But hey, guess it wasn't enough. Whatever. Ryan drew Sean Danger down and went outside, took the guitar out of Frank's hand, and Steve Michaels was out there, Devin August was out there, Damian Saint eventually came out trying to get JPEG out back. Now, in the meantime, while Maximus wasn't paying attention, I came in not with just one shell shock, but two.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And that allowed Sean Danger to do his thing, and then we won.
Oh, yeah. Slight retribution. I don't think it was. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure it was gratifying to pick up the victory. But I'm sure there's probably not speaking for you. I'm sure there's still a long road ahead before you get total retribution. Now, the vlog. You got the titles back for Gabagool. You guys shook hands, talked about a plan. I'm trying to figure out what this plan was. Because what it sounded like is you gave the L.I.M permission to shit on my show. I'm trying to figure out how deep this shit went into.
Okay, so there was a plan within a plan.
Hmm.
However, I did not tell them what they should do.
Okay.
What I did was I told them let's be at each other's throats, but I did not tell them to come after us on JFW. That was on their end. So they had maybe a side mission to the plan. I don't know. But because I wouldn't have told them to do that. Because why bring you into it?
Yeah. That'd be insane.
I had nothing to do with their parody. That was not on me. I would have never done that. Because again, getting you all riled up is never a good thing.
They shit.
They should have known. But you know what? It worked out. I guess it gave some people to think about. But the main goal was to get Maximus O'Ryan to believe that not only is there issues because of him, but because we want him to think that he's maybe in charge. Let him think he's running the LIM as well. Because if you think about it, I bet he felt he was on top of LIM at this point.
No.
Every opportunity to kick him out. Now, mind you, okay, the court case, not part of the plan. That was just failed. That was a failed court case. It gave me an inspiration to figure some more shit out.
Mhm.
Now, when me and Nuke had our plan, that was when I went to Gabagool. I told him, there's a plan here. Let's have another one. I have 2 plans going at the same time to really think that I'm out of Rocket Pro and to really think that I could be out of L.I.M and put Maximus on top here. So we did. Some things I didn't plan. They went on their own. That's what they do. L.I.M is L.I.M. They do what they do.
Yeah. You know what? It's as much as I hate to admit it, I think what they did was probably the right call. Because nobody ever claims the L.I.M are geniuses. I certainly never did. So to do something as stupid as try to come at me again, no, but I mean, people would be like, yeah, that sounds like the L.I.M. So it's believable. And when you could drop when you could drop Maximus, into a false sense of security, it makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm going to encourage the L.I.M never to do that again. Probably best not to, idiots. But hey, if it worked out and it made Maximus look like an idiot, it's a fucking win. I can accept that. The one thing I'm kind of curious about now, and again, I mentioned it earlier in the show, Gabagool doesn't like being called, the Top Fan 2.0. And I can understand why. Top Fan was a joke. He was a jackass. He was a moron. Pissed a lot of people off. He was just dumb. But you can't tell me Gabagool isn't a top fan after the fucking attitude he had towards PAX. Bringing him a damaged, L.I.M title, throwing it on the ground, saying that, Nubby was able to do something that he couldn't do it. Maybe Gabagool has looked for a consigliere and all that stuff. And I guess we kind of glossed over it, but yeah, Maximus is officially out of the L.I.M. Gabagool made that announcement on the blog. Maximus is out.
Yep.
But what it sounds like with Pat, it sounds like maybe Gabagool is going on a power trip and might be forcing Pat out as well. Because, I mean, he pretty much, what he's doing, he's treating Pat the same way Damian Saint was treating J-Back towards the end there. You keep screwing up. And I know we didn't talk about it. I know we didn't get to that point yet. But what happened to J-Back at the end of that match?
So, at the end of the match, let's just say the Undeniable and Maximus, well, he's part of Undeniable. So collectively, they just beat J-Back's ass, fired him from Undeniable. I don't know if he's fired from RPW, but as of right now, he's out of Undeniable. They kicked him out of the building. Well, Maximus threw him out of the building himself. Now, I almost felt bad.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I watched the whole thing take place. Now, if this was anybody else, I probably would have ran out there and make the save because I still have a lot of issues with Damian Saint. There's no doubt about it. I want to punch him in the face every day. But J-Back deserved the beatdown for everything he's done. But I did feel a little bad because now, or that night, he was going to find out that this box of Thin Mints was the last one. I took the last one. So not only was he kicked out of Undeniable, fired from Undeniable, he couldn't get his Thin Mints.
I mean, he did it to himself.
He did.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but I mean, yeah, he did that shit on his own. It's similar to, again, I don't know if people are Scott. I don't know if people are Joey Roth. I don't know how you refer to him now. But it's like, you feel bad for what happened to the guy, but do you really look, I mean, I know you did. You guys kumbaya'd it. But how do you look past this shit, How do you look past what Joey Roth did to forgive him? How do you look, past what J-Back did and feel bad for the guy, I'm glad the L.I.M were able to look past Pacman's summer of bullshit, and, sit there and forgive him.
It's accountability.
Yeah.
Really. Take accountability. Realize your faults.
Yeah.
Look, we could sit here and say he was brainwashed. Okay, you chose that though. You chose that life.
Yeah.
To get brainwashed and see whatever light was in front of you. It was the wrong one. Because you just watched me get beat up and fired after winning a match, after I beat an undeniable member and retained a championship, after I fought so hard to get it and I defended it. Unlike the heavyweight champion who barely defends his title.
Yeah.
You sat there and watched that happen. And now you want people to feel sorry for you now. It's like, dude, have accountability first. See your faults. Admit that you were wrong. And then maybe we'll talk. Joey Roth did it. He apologized. He admitted his faults. That's why I was able to forgive him. And he admitted that I beat him up. I beat him twice. J-Beck's got a lot of proving to do. Some people are starting to forgive him a little bit here and there, but me, a little bit different because you caused too much damage.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next month with them. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next month with all the undeniable. You know, they're the two biggest heelish factions in Rocket Pro Wrestling are losing manpower. We saw with the 3 rings and Max Spencer going out. Now we're seeing, granted, J-Beck isn't manpower, but they lost a title last month. You know, they lost a match, this month against you guys and now lost J-Beck. It kind of seems like the Faction Slayer is working double duty at Rocket Pro Wrestling.
Hey, I can do things. And, before we get into more Maximus failures, with that win by me and Sean Danger, we are number 1 contenders for the tag team championships at Shamrock Showdown. So we'll be taking on Aaron Arsenal and Victor Wade.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you. I think that's definitely a match people are gonna have to make sure to come out to see the progression of pizza and beer. That does mean you guys are gonna have to start coming out with pizza and beer.
Well, if you saw the vlog, we did. We did.
You
hand
came
out
out with
pizza.
it?
Well, it was handed to me because
now you gotta come out with it. Now you gotta come out with it.
Well, because they forgot. They had it ready for me, but they just forgot to give it to me before I walked out.
That's on
But
them.
I handed it out.
That's on them this time. Next time it's on you. You walk out with that pizza box. Start handing out fucking slices.
Yeah.
Get some meat on there. Don't fucking cheap out and do cheese only. Don't be that guy. Yeah. You personally hand it to a fucking vegan. Fuck them, idiots.
Well,
Yeah. So as far as what's going on with you, as far as going on the L.I.M, it kind of seems like everything's kind of righting the sale, whatever it's called. But
everything is good. I don't know what's gonna happen with Gabagool and PAX right now. That's just something they're gonna have to figure out on their own. If they want to come to me for advice, cool, great. But that's something they got to figure out. But we needed to do this. This was something that needed to happen because we had to do something. Maximus did a lot of wrong. He needed to be taught a lesson, and I think we taught him a big lesson. Don't piss me off. And look what he did. He pissed his mother off. Lost power. He has nothing. He lost another match to me. I'm done with him now. We are done. That's it. No more. I don't need any more retribution with him. He can go kick rocks for all I care. We're done.
Yeah.
I beat him. That's it.
yeah, it's probably gonna be if I had to get, I don't even know how long it's been. Probably the first time in almost a year where you get to put the undeniable in the rearview mirror, focus on your shit.
I won't. I'm not. I can't really put them in the rear view mirror. They're always going to be in front of me. And you got to remember, I believe the tag team champions are undeniable.
They are.
But
They are. But yeah.
so again, I had to deal with undeniable. But at least now, I don't have to focus on taking them out. I
And
can
you're not alone now.
focus. Right. I'm finally not alone. I've always, Sean Danger's always had my back. It was just, he's just not always there. But when I needed him, he was there. I should have called him out more. Instead, I depended on guys that sat at a desk. They had no problem going after or helping Shelly, but they sat at a desk and did nothing for me. That's fine. But Sean Danger has done more than they have. I'll just put it that way. I wish I could have brought the Cowabunga crew because I know they would have been there. But injuries and other stuff keeping that away. So Sean Danger, always been a friend of mine. We go way back. So I can count on him. Can't always keep him on his feet, but I can still count on him. But undeniable will never go away, but at least if I focus on my goals, I can focus on the goals while beating them. Because I'm gonna have to beat undeniable to reach that goal. To be a tag team champion, I gotta be undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there will be an interview that will be posted later in the month. I gave Damian Saint a warning. And we'll just leave it at that. Now, Maximus, he wasn't done. Because for some odd reason, he decided he had to spill his guts about stuff. I don't know. Run his mouth some more. Demand respect. He was demanding some stuff. So he also sent Undeniable to the back. He wanted to do things on his own and making demands. So Nuke then put him in a match against BOW. Now, I won't say that was part of the plan, but if it was, so be it. BOW whooped that ass. And he defeated Maximus in a short amount of time. And then he lay in the ring like he was dead.
Good. Fuck him, idiot, moron. Guy had an opportunity. He had an opportunity to beat his mother, and become the sole owner or whatever. And he allows ego to get the best of him. So, yeah, screw him.
Yep.
Again, shout out to Rian for coming on last week. We appreciate the visit and clarifying how stupid he is. The moron, idiot.
Now, if Rian listens to this, I just want him to know that I did not lie to him. Because Resolution was the last time I saw Nuke.
Yeah.
And I did say that we talked. Since then, we just haven't seen each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Rian was also right. If he's gonna lift the suspension, he's gonna tell me in person. That's what happened Saturday. I walked in, we shook hands. That was it. And actually, that was also on me. I needed to stay suspended for this whole plan to work. It also kept me out of trouble at Resolution.
Well, it worked. Yeah. And now you all could be idiots and the L.I.M together again. See if you get invited to the podcast now.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's see if I'm in the intro.
Yeah, and Maximus is.
We gotta see if he's kicked out or not officially in the intro, and then see if I'm added in.
Well, I mean, he has to be out of the intro because he's no longer an L.I.M member.
True.
It's insane that you weren't in it to begin with.
Yeah.
As far as I know, you were an L.I.M member before Maximus was.
I was.
Yeah, but you're not in the intro. Is the fucking female one, the girl, is she in the intro? I can't remember.
No, this was still like an old intro. They were supposed to make a new one eventually.
Gotcha.
But still, Maximus was put in before me.
He was. I want to look at this intro. You keep going. I just want to. We keep running through. I just want to look at this intro.
Well, we can get into the next match.
Oh, fuck
which was Tom Heisman taking on Buddy Roberts Jr. Now, it was awesome to hear, Bad Street USA. Love that song.
It is a good song.
Unfortunately, Tom Heisman did get the win over Buddy Roberts Jr. However, after the match, the Freebirds handcuffed Matt Creed and your boy Flywheel to the post, which allowed the Freebirds to put Tom Heisman through a table. So I don't think the war's over, but a battle was won.
At least the Freebirds had a little bit of retribution from what happened to them last month.
Right.
Shots returned, I guess, is the best way of putting it.
True. Let's see. Aaron Stone defeated Devin August to retain the Zero Gravity Championship. It was Skylar Reed standing on the ramp laughing at him, at Devin August. So there's a little bit of sarcasm and insult to injury, if you will. Now I forgot to mention this. Throughout the show, Steve Michaels was out there a lot. He stood out there for a lot of the matches, even if they weren't undeniable matches. He stood out there. Now C-Red noticed this. So he got on the mic real quick and he asked Steve why he was out there. And he actually, asked Shelly if she was willing to give up her seat to let Steve Michaels join them on commentary for the next matchup.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because the next match was number one contendership for that heavyweight title, which Marche Rocket did defeat Brandon Day to become the number one contender. So it will be Marche Rocket, Steve Michaels, Shamrock Showdown for the title.
Nice.
Then we had the main event. Loser leaves. No holds barred match. Shaq Jordan did defeat Gunner Brave. And Gunner Brave has to leave Rocket Pro Wrestling.
I saw on I think it was probably the vlog. They didn't have the ropes on the ring. Did they start it out that way?
No. So the match went on. They were all over the place. I was actually in the crowd for a little bit, and it happened right in front of me. Shaq was thrown through a door that was placed on the wall. I believe that was in the vlog, maybe, or it footage is out there. But then they made it back to the ring, and now it was towards the end where Shaq Jordan demanded that the ropes be taken off because he got tired of Gunner doing his stuff, his rope flippy stuff. So Duke said okay. So the ring crew ran out there, took the ropes down.
Which is weird because Shaq utilizes a lot of aerial moves too.
He does, but not this Shaq Jordan. He's more, I say more of a brawler now.
Okay. I can see it. Yeah, adapt into a situation. Solid. Okay.
But Gunner, who got started coming back, he wanted the canvas and the padding off. So he took it upon himself to take care of that. So he ripped up the canvas. He took the padding off. So the wood would be exposed. But I think you called
that, yeah.
I think you called this last week. He would do something that would cost him. Yeah. And I believe that's what it did. Exposing the wood cost him because while it took two pile drivers, it was the pile drivers on the wood that allowed Shaq Jordan to get the win. And goodbye, Gunner Brave.
You know what, we see it a lot. I mean, you see it a lot more than I have in this business, but when you cannot separate personal from professional, regardless of how personal it is, sometimes that gets the best of you, you know, and we've seen it happen numerous times in this business, you know. Again, Maximus Orion and his match with his mother, you know, it's all he had to do was readjust. And that's why Rion said, readjust, let me get an arm. And he blindly could not do that, you know, and that cost him ownership. And this unfortunately cost Gunner his opportunity to be in RPW. Now, is this forever? Who knows? You know, you never say never in the business, you know.
Gunner asked that question. He said whether or not if it's forever or not, he doesn't know. But for now, he thanked the fans for the time, you know, supporting him. I mean, look, it is Gunner's house. It'll always be his house. They might as well name it Gunner's house. So, I'm gonna miss the guy. So, I don't mind Shaq Jordan being there. Just wish it wasn't. I wish it was Gunner that staying. But whatever.
In a perfect world, it never would have got to the situation where this had to have happened. But yeah, now we just got to see what this new Shaq Jordan is going to offer RPW Wrestling, because he cost them Gunner Brave. And now he's going to have to fill that spot, you know, in some way. We'll see.
We will.
Anything else from RPW Wrestling? I know their show is March 8th. Is that the next show?
March 1st.
It's March 1st. Okay. Okay, cool. And then
Showdown.
The March 8th Rocket's going to be taking on Steve for the title. We know that. Tag title opportunity going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen through the Undeniable or the Three Rings.
Idols will be taking on the Idols for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And yeah, so a lot could happen. So, so next week we're going to hopefully get results from Black Wrestlers Matter, maybe Backbreaker Wrestling, and I think if I can look at what shows we have the following week.
We got CSW coming up. We have SCW coming up.
Yeah, what am I doing in March? So next week we'll have Frontline Pro and CSW. They'll be on Friday. Then we got SCW Freelance and Squared Circle Megastars on Saturday. So we'll have 5 match cards, 2 results to cover next week. And
we got NXT Vengeance Day coming up this weekend. So we'll have predictions for that.
That's right, we do. Yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. Man, so much wrestling coming up. I want to try sticking with the segment going forward, and I want to ask you before we close out. What's your final freaking thought, wrestling related? What's your final thought you want to wrap the show up with?
My final freaking thought.
Yeah, give me a final freaking thought on the wrestling, whether it be from an indie show this past weekend or what you saw on TV. Like, where are you at? What, you know?
As I watch Liv crawl into that ring. So actually, I think I'm just thinking about next week's SCW because I don't know what they got planned for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be on High Voltage or on the main card. I mean, we're gonna be Majestic.
Yeah.
So this should be interesting. That I'm kind of like, instead of focusing on, 2 shows from now, I'm focusing on 1 show at a time now. As much as I'm looking forward to the tag team titles coming up in March, I need to focus 1 thing at a time. If I overload my brain, that's where I get messed up. And SCW, can't wait to see what happens.
Well, yeah, and obviously coming off of your big match with Scott Spade on your main roster debut last month, With the Torture Killers and, what they've been doing over there in SCW. And now you kind of find yourself involved in that situation. It's going to be a unique situation for you there, and I know I'm finalizing High Voltage this week, hopefully within the next couple of days. I'm trying to verify with Flat Top on who I can and cannot use, because we do got a lot of the High Voltage guys being utilized on the main roster. So hopefully we get that nailed down, and I'd have at least me or Flat Top, somebody's going to have an answer for you at least by Monday when we cover the match card. As far as what I'm thinking about is...
what are you thinking about?
Man. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm really curious on wondering what's going to happen with Pacman and the L.I.M. He definitely seemed very... It reminded me of the time where he took off a couple years back when I tore up his picture of you, and he did that Jim Croce tribute to your photo as he took off into the middle of nowhere to play a piano in some beat ass motel somewhere. It kind of seems like Pac-Man's defeated, and I'm kind of curious on how far he's going to sink, or how far at least the leader of the L.I.M, fucking Top Gabagool over there, is going to allow him to fall. Like, is he going to replace?
I just wonder if
somebody else.
I wonder if this thing with the cat had anything to do with his mindset.
I believe so. I mean, fucking Pax is a huge pussy after all, so I mean, it totally makes sense if a cat did affect him. One thing I will say is Gabagool said it. He doesn't want people to think that he's some kind of bitch and won't defend his title. He'll defend against anyone. I'm challenging you right now, Gabagool. I get it. There's a rule. Only LIM members to defend that can fight for that title. Change the fucking rules. I'll fight you. I'll fucking now wrestle you. I'll outdrink you. I will fucking outdrink you.
That was a Pac-Man rule.
Yeah, change the fucking rules. If he says that he's willing to put the title up against anybody, he wants people to know he's a fighting champion. Look, I'll set it up, Gabagool. We'll find a neutral fucking place. I'll bring myself a DD, and I'll sit there until you fucking fall over. I'll challenge you, bud. I'll challenge you right now on JFW. I'll challenge you to a beer drinking fucking competition for that belt. Do it. Prove to everyone you're not a puss. Prove to everyone you're willing to defend that title against anybody. Your words, not mine. Accept my challenge. Fucking do it. Let's fucking do it, bud. That's what I'm thinking about. Is Pac-Man going to be relieved of his duties as fucking Gabagool's right-hand man? It seems like it's going to be. Okay, guys, make sure you do check out This Freakin Show. I had 4MB on it. They will return. I'll have Nubby along with them. We can talk about some indie shit, some old school stuff that they all lived through as friends back in the day. Power Hour is tomorrow night. What is going on the Power Hour? Do you know who the guest is off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head,
no, but you can look on your phone.
I could.
Be honest. To those audio listeners, he's searching on his phone right now. It's not, ooh, I know it's on the tip of my tongue. No, it's right when he gets done searching it. It has to be Frontline Pro related, right?
No, actually.
Oh, damn. Stand corrected.
I forgot that the Reaper, Nate Grimm, who is from China, who was once in the Midwest, as part of Dominion with Victor Wade, who I will be wrestling at Rocket Pro. He moved to China, started wrestling there. This will be his second appearance on the Power Hour, and he's got some stuff to talk about, some upcoming stuff.
Is this the same guy from the last interview? The same guy from China that he interviewed like a few months back? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. There we go. Awesome. So check out the Power Hour tomorrow night or the following day. Steve does do the show late, and it gets released late. So if you're up late tomorrow night, you can check it over on YouTube at the Power Hour, or the following day. Obviously, you'll be there. Check out any of the Freaknet Studios shows that we have going on. And if you want to listen to us, continue to do so wherever you pick up your podcast. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a rating and review. If you want to watch the show, you can do so over the JFW Podcast on YouTube. So, Nubby, that's all I got.
I believe we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I'm Travesty.
And I am the Faction Slayer, half a pizza and beer, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle, Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to the episode of Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.